Hey, what's this? Oh, wow, it's a minisode. This is like a full episode, but it's smaller.
This time we're going to be covering off on the top 5, wait for it, Netflix original movies.
Absolutely.
Not television series.
We're talking Tall
Just the
Girl.
movies.
We're talking The Babysitter. We're talking...
Yo, The Babysitter slaps. You want to kick it off? You got your numero 5?
Yeah, for sure. Now, here's the thing. I got a hot take on this, and I have a good reason, and you're going to be a little bit mad at me. Nah, actually, should I just...
Just hot take it and let's hear it.
I don't know if I want to put The Irishman on the list yet. I just don't know if it's had enough time to sit.
Hot take. Hot take.
I could do it, though. What do you think, David? Should I?
Oh, I don't know. Where are you gonna put it?
Alrighty. It's on the list. You can cut this out.
I'm leaving. Nothing is... Ethan, I'm editing. Nothing's getting cut out.
Number 5. I'm going with The Other Side of the Wind. The lost, or thought to be lost, Orson Welles picture that finally got re-edited and released. And it's very strange, but it's very good. And I like that Netflix is using its, money machine where they just print money and not make any, to do like projects like this that are more restoration projects. Because I think that's an important thing to do, because otherwise this film would have been lost completely. And so yeah, number 5, Other Side of the Wind, Orson Welles.
Nice. My number 5 is it's one of their many Stephen King adaptations, and that is Gerald's Game. We got Carl Gugino and your boy Firehouse Dog himself, Bruce Greenwood.
Woo! We got a Firehouse Dog alum alert. Paul Greengrass, baby.
This movie just feels really tight. Like it's one of those movies that takes place.
I just said Paul
Greengrass,
and that is it's Bruce Greenwood. Paul Greengrass.
He directed the movie. Sorry, Mike Flanagan. Get out of here. No, but this movie's it's a super tight story about this one lady trying to basically get out of these handcuffs. And it's really good. It's intense. Hey, you haven't seen it, bitch.
You know what I did see?
What's number 4? What?
Number 4 on my list is Martin Scorsese's The Irishman.
Oh, a recent
It's just
movie.
very recent, yes. I have not, as of time of recording, I have not finished either Atlantics, which I don't know would make the top 5, or Marriage Story, which could.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's Irishman. Scorsese, it's 3.5 hours long. It's 3.5 hours. It's so long. God, it's so long. It feels really long, not because it's slow paced or not entertaining, but because it's so long.
It's gonna be almost longer than the entire first season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, God. So here's the thing. So you got people at the top of their game that haven't been at the top of their game for years and years. You have Robert De Niro. It's me, Rabbit. You have Ray Romano. Did you do it? Deborah.
This is Ray Romano's first time being the second name talked about after bringing up the Irish.
You have Jesse Plemons.
So, he made his day. Wow.
Jesse Plemons' old, hi, Dad. You have Al Pacino. I hear you paint houses. Come on. Bobby Kennedy, more like Flabby Bennaby. So that's Al Pacino's character. You have the man himself, Joe Pesci. Let me just shake the mic a little bit.
Fuck is this bit?
That's how Joe Pesci is at the end.
This entire bit's longer than all of our other minisodes.
So The Irishman's number 4.
The Irishman is so long that it's the only movie that can be talked about in a mini format. My number 4 is another movie that came out this year, and that is El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, or technically a Breaking Bad movie, but it's the Breaking Bad movie. I love this movie. I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad, and this movie did everything that I wanted it to in wrapping up that story that I love so much. And it's also something that I would probably go back and revisit more often than I would with like the entire show of Breaking Bad, just because that is such a commitment. And this is like a solid 2 hours. I can just sit down and get my Breaking Bad fix. I hate you.
Knock it low.
Go.
Do you realize we have 2 Jesse Plemons movies?
I was gonna transition there, but you were taking so fucking long that people forgot you even brought him up.
Oh, Ballad of Buster Scruggs is the Coen Brothers.
What?
Flick. Like
this is not on your list.
Movies. It's so fucking good. Good night, Mr. Pocket. But you also have other ones where you have perhaps the funniest murder, the funniest suicide in its opening number. It's really good. I love Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I'm pretty sure it was in my top 20 of last year, David.
Yeah, no, I think it was too. It was like improperly placed though. Yeah. So just like,
but right now, okay. Here's the thing: Irishman. I almost didn't put on this list. I almost put Okja on the list instead because Irishman.
Oh boy!
I think it'll probably be higher, but it hasn't had time to sit with me, David. God, I didn't want to even bring it up. Anyway, so my number 4 is Okja. This is the Bong Joon-ho film. And then my number 3 is Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and Irishman. Not even on the list. Fuck you, David.
That's okay. My number 3 is Beasts of No Nation. This is the Carrie Fukunaga
God damn it, I forgot about Beasts of No Nation.
Oh yeah, no,
my number 4 is Beasts of No Nation. Idris Elba shines as a warlord.
Yeah, and Agu, played by Abraham Atta, is just fucking phenomenal. This entire movie is a cinematic masterpiece.
My whole list is fucked.
Like, through and through. Yeah, you didn't even fucking do research.
Damn it.
This movie covers like a very like hard topic to cover, which is child soldiers and the effect that has on their like mental state, and it's brutal and it's so beautifully shot. Like I cannot express that part of this movie enough. This is like one of the most beautiful. This is the most beautiful Netflix original ever. If that was the list, this would be number 1.
Fuck.
It's okay. You fucked up your list. Not your first
time.
My
number 1 film is Shaun the Sheep Farmageddon when it gets released by Netflix next year.
Bitch, shut. Is that
rightfully it's going to be. They bought the distribution for the US, which means I can't fucking watch it in theaters now, and I'm pissed. Because that means it's not going to be on my 2019 list, but it will be on my 2020 list. Number 1, baby. My number 2 movie is Shirkers.
Oh, nice little pull. I was waiting for
Shirkers
this on here.
is a fantastic documentary that is so engaging and has such a beautiful style and like just kind of feel to it. It has a texture to the whole film, and the score, even though it's very like it's a very skeleton like stripped score, but it still like haunts me, and sometimes it just gets caught in my head, just little oh.
Yeah, the score's right.
Oh. Yeah. Oh god, so good. It's really, really good, and all of the shots of the lost film are so fucking cool. Like, if that film would have come out, it probably would be one of my favorites. Like, at least would get a glowing backlog recommendation. For sure.
My number 2 is a documentary by the name of Icarus. You still have not seen this one, but this one's phenomenal. Nope. It's basically a ball of yarn that starts off as something simple, but as our main person, who's our main character throughout this entire thing, starts unraveling this, it starts expanding and growing to this like large cover-up that he never even thought to uncover, because it starts with him just simply wanting to see the effects of doping in the sport of cycling, and through a random connection with a doping scientist in Russia, he slowly starts to uncover this like huge cover-up.
Damn, sick.
Fucking great. I can't believe you haven't
Number 1. This is the only Netflix movie with a Criterion release. That's Alfonso Cuarón's masterpiece, Roma, which should have been Best Picture. It is stunningly beautiful. Every single shot is gorgeous. The acting is phenomenal. The sound design is impeccable. It's such a good story. It's so well crafted. God, I love Roma.
It's solid. My number one, which may or may not be on your list. I'm not really sure where your list stands after you fucking.
I really beansed my list.
You fucked up your list.
Roma would have still been number one though, for sure.
Maybe you changed your list so fucking much you probably don't even know it. Like
obviously, Farmageddon's gonna be number one.
My number one is Martin Scorsese's The Irishman. This movie is a masterpiece made and crafted by masters at their absolute peak. You got Scorsese doing what Scorsese does best, which is gangster movies. But it's not just a gangster movie, it's a gangster movie wrapped up in U.S. historical political thriller style.
Jimmy Hoffa.
It's fucking it's fucking amazing. And you got the big three together for the first time on screen with Scorsese behind the camera.
Harvey Keitel,
Bobby Carnival,
and Jesse Plemons.
You got Pesci, Pacino, and De Niro all bringing their game.
They all gotta be 3 Ps. You got Plemons, Pacino, Pesci.
And Pesci. This movie's great. I still, as you say, which is appropriate. It is recently released, and it may, as time goes on, it may lose a little bit. But this right here, this is to the level of Goodfellas with probably a more relatable and grounded story.
I mean, shit! I forgot about the Cloverfield paradox. Can we redo it? Can we redo the whole list?
And that's our list. 1 through 5 is Cloverfield paradox. Fucking 4 can go to the babysitter.
Alright, so I did beans it this time, but maybe I won't beans it next time. I really did beans it this one. I'm so sorry. But next time, check us out when we talk about our top villains in the MCU. That's the next one that we're doing.
Yeah, that is our next one that
David
we're doing.
beans this one bad.
What is...